Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard. And when last we left off, we finished the game with the bad ending. We were able to stop the super murderous AI, but the animals were stuck in this world with barely any hope of survival, and Finn didn't survive. But the game after the ending did heavily hint that there was something we didn't do. And I'm very glad that we can pretty much go back to where we need to go at this point. I bet we could even do that after we threw the black powder bomb. So we're going to go all the way back to that building that was once the strange building and is now just the building. And we're going to leave you your can. And I've gone the wrong way again, because I always go the wrong way. This way, building, which is quite a ways away from the city, I might add, and use keycard with door. There is a light here which says to me that this is powered. There we go.
Why do I suddenly have this strange intuition to insert this card here?
I don't know. It worked!
This can't be! These things must have acted like keys around here. Incredibly stupid-looking keys.
I mean, not as intuitive as you'd think they are. Some weird keys around here! It's a good thing there wasn't a blue, a red, and a yellow one. Let's go in.
What? How? No. That can't be!
Need energy.
Hi, Finn.
That's me! How can that be?
It's you and not you.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, sensible.
No thanks. This could get awkward.
It could. What's this here? A board. That's the scepter.
Is that the scepter of the owls?
It is. That is the scepter of the owls. I want this.
All firmly attached to the wall. To be quite honest, I don't really think I need this blueprint that badly.
I don't know. We might desperately want that. Can I use the brick with it?
I don't want to get rowdy here. It looks bad enough already.
Would you like a key card?
I don't think that will do any good.
Yeah, probably won't. Would you like me to give you one?
I don't think that will do any
Okay,
good.
there's also some debris here.
There must have been a horrible earthquake here a long time ago. Large parts of the room have collapsed. Or maybe the ceiling came down due to natural causes.
Maybe also you're partially goop, which is never good.
All I might find underneath this pile are countless layers of even more rubble.
And more bricks. Okay, what about this machine?
You can't even tell what some things might be used for here. Is this a pillar, or is it some machine? And what's with these pipes on it?
Good question.
I probably never figure out how to use this thing.
Probably not.
I don't want to get rowdy here. It looks bad enough already.
True. Also, there is a lamp here.
Ugh, the light from this lantern is just as awful as the one outside. At least this one's a little more dim.
Can I take it?
You can't take the lantern off.
Fair enough. Can I throw a brick at it?
I should be glad for every bit of light in this place. If I destroy the lamp...
True. Let's have a conversation.
Are we the same?
I need energy.
What kind of energy?
It's elsewhere.
Oh?
Not much time. Soon it's too late. Soon.
Okay, we need to give you energy. And conveniently, we have this source of energy.
It's emitting a strange glow.
And I think what we need to do is we need to give ourselves, that's not ourselves, the energy. I think there's going to be a lot of explains going on here. So I'm going to be quiet.
I've got something for you.
Thank you.
Much better.
Who are you?
Fascinating. You must be a descendant of the lost race.
But what?
The animals who once left this world. My creators often talked about when your kind would return from your self-created world.
Why are you me?
I'm sorry if this is all very confusing for you. I guess I owe you an explanation for this bizarre situation here. Just like you, I am the descendant of a lost kind. But in a, let's say, slightly different way. I was created by intelligent beings who, well, are sadly no longer with us. They lived in this world for a relatively short amount of time, and towards the end of their existence, they achieved an almost explosion-like technological progress.
These creatures of which our ancient texts speak. I see.
I was one of many artificial intelligences, each of them equipped a synthetic transformative body. But I guess I'm the only one left now.
A transformative body?
I figured you'd be more likely to help me if I took on your appearance. I have to say, our model of artificial intelligence was a pure work of art. We could transform our bodies into anything that was needed. We took on every conceivable job, were eager to learn, and helped our creators in word and deed. Those were fantastic times.
Are you one of those machine creatures out there?
Well, in a sense. Let's say I'm a very, very old version of them. The fact that I have not yet been found and destroyed by the current versions is almost a miracle.
What are you talking about? And what actually happened here? I'm more than confused, to be honest.
The good years of my kind were soon numbered. On the one hand, unusual behavior started to manifest in some of my species. It slowly dawned upon my creators that my kind was starting to behave in ways that were not part of our original code, and this behavior was not always of the peaceful kind. On the other hand, decade after decade, we watched as our creators were confronted with new problems of various forms, but were unable to solve them. This eventually led to countless wars. In the end, little remained of the world we used to know. We machines were soon reprogrammed and used in these wars as well. Due to our invulnerability and ability to adapt to the environment, we were superior in every way. I was one of the few artificial intelligences who remained true to the peaceful spirit of our original creators.
I'm having a hard time following your words. So you wiped out the original inhabitants of this world? The very inhabitants we animals fled from centuries ago?
My creators themselves were responsible for their sad demise. We machines simply belonged to the ones who remained. As I told you before, there were machines that began to pursue their own goals. After our creators were no longer around to prevent this, they began forming a network of sorts. They began to act like a swarm intelligence. The factories that were once built by my creators soon got repurposed into manufacturing facilities, so the number of my kind could grow and grow. That went well for them, at least until the little resources that remained were used up, which is not hard to see if you take a look at the outside areas. Since then, they had begun using scrap metal and trash to keep building their mechanical shells. By now, my kind is only a rusty, clunky shadow of its former self, riddled with defects and malfunctions. But I'm sure you've already seen that for yourself.
So that's what happened here.
Horrible, isn't it? You animals should count yourselves lucky for disappearing into your parallel world early on.
How did you get in there in the first place?
How do I break this down gently for you? You see, it wasn't really your world from the beginning.
What do you mean?
Look at the board there.
Some kind of blueprint, I suppose. And that thing looks almost exactly like the magical scepter the owls once used to create our world.
It is your so-called scepter, in the form of a blueprint that was created shortly before its development.
What? It was created by the owls.
I guess your historiography needs to be corrected a bit. To be precise, it is a creation of my kind. At a certain point, some artificial intelligences had exceeded the intellect of my creators, and from then on, they were able to construct devices that no ordinary living being would have ever been able to come up with. You can see one of those devices there. A scepter-shaped device that was capable of separating time and space. Exactly copying already existing matter in order to create something out of it that could be called a parallel world. This parallel world exists in the same place as the original world, but on a different plane of reality. A welcome solution to my creators' overpopulation problem at the time. They wanted to resettle larger parts of their population in artificially created parallel worlds. However, my creators could never estimate what would happen if the device was destroyed. Whether the created worlds would disappear forever, or whether they would even merge with ours here.
But the owls...
I think they were the ones who saw this as the perfect opportunity. My creators probably should have done something about the rapidly progressing extinction of the animals first. No one knows exactly how your kind did it, but one day, the scepter was gone. Maybe it really was the owls who did it. The next thing that my creators noticed was a sudden disappearance of almost all animals in this world.
I can't believe it.
Of course, the development of a new, identical device was started immediately, but it would have taken close to 2 decades to complete again. No one could have guessed that other things would happen by then, those things I told you about earlier. The machines were only able to enter your world when the energy of the device was slowly depleted. Something akin to holes started appearing all over your world, through which the machines could enter from then on. They used a special technology that enabled this. But I no longer have any insight into how it works.
What's happening to you?
The energy source was already quite old. It is almost depleted. I guess my time is almost up.
But...
I will now have to leave, but I promise you, you'll hear of me.
No, wait! He disappeared. What just happened here?
You saved Finn's doppelganger achievement. And we got a huge lore dump there. I hope you were sitting comfortably for that. That was much longer than I thought it would be. But more importantly, think on the line that the doppelganger said. No one knows for sure what will happen if the power source is depleted. Whether the alternate world will just disappear or merge with this one. Now, the bad ending had it so that the world just disappeared. Perhaps by doing this one event, this one thing, history has diverged. And maybe, just maybe, we might get the other alternative. The much better alternative. There's only one way to find out. There's nothing more we can do here. So let us run over here. And let us go in this direction. Over to the factory. The only thing we can do now is finish the game. And hope. Hope above all hope. But things turn out a little bit differently. So let us save. And hope this time that we don't get crushed by a factory. We're going to get crushed by a factory. Are we going to die? What's more important is, are we going to save all of our friends?
Initiating usage of Tank 2.
Alright, this is the same, most likely. Horrifying thing. Ugh.
Rising temperature compensated by termination of the outer shell. Initiating usage of Tank 1.
This can't be happening. It still works. There must be some way to get rid of this wretched creature.
Oh, there is. Use Here. Fingers crossed, folks, that things turn out a little better this time. Aha! Kaboom! Did we do it? Did we win? For real?
Gwen, what?
He's awake!
Where am I?
We did it, Finn! You saved us all! The machines were disabled. We were able to flee.
But...
He woke up! A loud hooray for our hero! Give him a break for Hippo's sake.
We heard that you destroyed that terrifying creature under the factory.
Yes, exactly! I heard you blow it up! I'm sure that horrifying thing had no clue who it was dealing with. Please, a little more quiet.
What? Who told you that? And where are we? Trees and birds? Am I dreaming?
You're safe, Finn. Bolik and the others, they're all here too. We found you when we escaped from that huge building. You were lying on a mattress, somewhere outside, as if someone had placed you there for us to find. Somebody must have taken care of all your injuries.
How? It can't be. The factory! It collapsed right on top of me!
We can't explain that either.
I think I know who did it.
Who?
Let's just say I've made a rather strange acquaintance earlier with one of these machines, but a slightly nicer one.
Right near where we found you, someone had also put a trail of little marks on the ground. They led us here!
Finn! Mom? I missed you so terribly.
Oh, we missed you too, Finn.
I've been looking all over for you guys.
We were so worried about you.
Well, not me. I knew my son would teach those machines who's boss.
Stop, Dad. I'm glad nothing bad happened to you.
I'll admit, those machines weren't particularly, gentle with us.
But much worse things would have happened if you and your friends hadn't done anything.
Oh man, I got so much to tell you guys. But where are we?
Well, it's hard to tell.
I guess it's some kind of reservation with trees, rivers, fields, as far as the eye can see.
That can't be.
Then come with us. We'll show you. The king and his troops are already exploring it. Careful, Finn. Are you able to walk?
To be honest, I feel great. Mom, Dad, I'll see you in a minute. Wow.
Even though our own world is forever gone, here we may have been given a second chance.
The words of my doppelganger. Now I remember. Friends, our world did not disappear forever. It's right in front of us. The two worlds. They must have merged together after the scepter got destroyed. So now, Our home is somewhere out there.
Wait a minute. Come here. Our species may never become true allies, and I can't simply forgive your kind for the century-long oppression of my people. So let me get something straight once and for all. We wolves will be there, dear. Maybe not as part of the rest of the animal community, but should a new danger threaten all our lives, we will be at your side.
Well, this comes unexpected. You know, I understand you. All these stories about you wolves that our grandparents passed on to us, they've probably been driving an unbreakable wedge between our species for centuries. But who knows? Maybe one day, we'll be able to coexist peacefully, without having to divide our territory.
I will do my best to uphold that, but the rest will depend on you. Put in a good word for me with your king. And Jarlina, there are a few things I'd like to talk to you about on occasion. Things I don't know if I can ever make up for.
We'll see, Father.
It's all so surreal. I still can't believe everything that's happened. Our whole world, our whole history, it was all very different from what we believed for centuries.
Now we know the truth, and we should make the best of it.
We have a lot to tell the others, and many things to take care of before things can get somewhat back to normal. But above all, we have a new history to write.
I think that was the good ending. Yep, it was. And with that, we have reached the end of the game. And what a fantastic game it was. A fantastic point-and-click adventure game that both paid homage to the older games and did its own things. And though I didn't hear the German voice actors, I'm sure they did an absolutely fantastic job. Everything about the game was great. Like, the gameplay was great, the voice acting was great, the plot was great, the humor was fantastic, and all the little extra details, all the little things that you can do, all the tiny little bits of dialogue, all fantastic. And here are the English voice actors. You all did a fantastic job. All of you. All of you. Absolutely fantastic. Like, I really enjoyed playing through this game. Really, really enjoyed it. The only problem is that it's over, but it didn't outstay its welcome. Point-and-click adventure games never tend to last as long as you think they would. But that's one of their strengths, that they're there, they have their puzzles, they do their thing, and tell their story. And it was a great story. How talking to the doppelganger made it so that things merged instead will never fully be explained. You know, not everything has to be explained. Diverging paths in reality is probably all the explanation we need. Yep, the library of sound ideas, yep, and the Hanna-Barbera collection, yep. That makes a lot of sense, because I did hear quite a few things that I've heard before, but used exceptionally well. Here we have all the people that made the game possible, all the people that backed on the Kickstarter, and there are going to be a lot of them. There are going to be a lot of people. A few of those names you might even recognize if you watch my stuff and are part of my Discord community. Just a couple. Maybe. Wonderful game. Wonderful game. Really enjoyed playing it. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic! Really enjoyed playing as Finn. Really enjoyed it. Just loved all the little details, and I could just gush about this game for ages. A brilliant experience. Maybe the next time I play it for myself, I'll have the commentary on, and I'll look at the art for, like, the works in progress, the creation of the scenes. That would be interesting. That'd be very interesting. This part could go on for quite a while. That's no bad thing. That's no bad thing at all. Lot of people backed this on Kickstarter to make it happen. Will there ever be a sequel to it? Honestly, I don't think this game was made with a sequel in mind. I think this game was made as its own self-contained story, and there isn't another tale to tell. There isn't another tale to tell. A shame, but, you know, sometimes you just have one story in a particular world, and that's the story that you see. That's the story you see. Here are the exclusive owls. Here are the exclusive owls. It's moving on. More and more names. Thank you, all of you, because seriously, this game would not be as fantastic as it is without you. And yeah, there are a couple of small bugs, but nothing game-breaking, and all these things I'm sure will be ironed out in time. I'm sure they will. Little things, tiny little things, but all games have those little things. Nothing that really bothered me majorly. It's still going! Credits are still going! And we move on from the executive owls. Thanks so much for playing. Now it is time for... Oh, here we go. Fireworks! But not just any fireworks. I've known about the fact that this is going to happen. These people that made it possible! Yay! Thanks all of you! Thank you! Hey! There's a lot of them! There's a lot! Oh, this is neat. This is very neat. Lots of names. Lots of fireworks. Oh, there's a name I recognize. And... oh, more names, more names. Oh, so many. So many people. Oh. That's a long one. Oh, look. This is so cool. This is very cool. And... oh. Names there, more names. Oh, I wonder who that person is. Ah, probably just, yeah. Just like everyone else, just another person that made the game possible. I mean, I was just one of many. One of many. Oh, look, there's another person you might recognize. But, everyone made this possible. Watch the Toast is most important of all for creating it, but, the community that has come about from the creation of Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard is a fantastic one. You should absolutely check it out. It's a lovely, wholesome, and brilliant community. So great. The future looks bright for the people of Owlsgard, or people that to live in the world that Owlsgard was a part of. How fantastic a game this has been. There are a lot of fireworks here. A lot of fireworks. I bet you could press escape to skip it all, but I like to give all the people that worked on the game and the people that backed it their time to shine. That's a lot of fireworks. Wow, how long does this go on for? Wow. I hope Watch the Toast goes on to make more games. Goes on to make more fantastic games. Shadow and Rise of the Wall Ball were great. This game is fantastic. Can't wait for more things. I'm sure they'll be wonderful. You want to bet I'll be there to support them. Absolutely will be there to support them. So many people. So many people. Fantastic. They're still going. Credits are still going. How do they make this many fireworks in such a short period of time? Maybe this celebration only came about in their society once they got everything settled. Or maybe they just had 500 fireworks. I don't know. I don't know. Oh dear, my throat's getting a bit dry. Ugh. Refreshing glass of beverage there. There's still more! Still more! It's still going! And even more! I know it's not looping. I know it's not looping. Just waiting for it to get to the end. It's not in alphabetical order. So who knows how long this will go on for? Might have been done in order of submission of the names. That would make sense. That would absolutely make sense. Still going! Still going! So many people made it a thing. I thank all of you, I truly, truly do. You are all wonderful. You truly are all wonderful. Fantastic and brilliant. There's still more! Still going! I did not realise. Oh, there we go. Finally done. Thank you so much for playing. No, thank you for making it, Watch the Toast. Thank you. Is it going to loop round to the title screen? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so, I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Watch the Toast's Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard. A fantastic point-and-click adventure game, even though you may have watched the whole playthrough here. Get it anyway. It's a fantastic game. It's great fun to play. Fantastic fun to play. And thank you so very much, Sliced Toast, as well. You made it possible too. All of you made it possible that backed it. Fantastic game. Wholeheartedly recommend it. And so, when we come back, folks, a different game that likely isn't going to be, well, actually, maybe it will be a point-and-click adventure game. Who knows? It depends on how I feel. I have a couple of ideas. I usually don't. But one thing I do know is that things look bright for the people of the new world in this game. They look bright indeed. And so, when we come back, folks, something different. Something that probably won't have a rock or a brick that I can use on everything, but who knows? It might. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.